Okay, she's my Zoom girl. She teaches me everything. Okay. All right, Kayla, go.
Okay, so my name is Kayla Welke. I am the star director for Courage to Pursue. And I just want to thank you guys so much for being on this call because this literally gives me fire. And I know it does for Kelly and Stacey as well, and plus our teams, because it's super cool to learn from each other. And we all three run our businesses differently. Okay. I do a lot of Facebook parties now because of COVID. I know Stacey does a lot of back parties, and Kelly runs a lot of her parties online too, and a lot of local orders as well. So this is a call to pump you guys up. Now, I know all the other two agree with me. We won't do these calls if nobody shows up because it's not fair for us just to talk to each other. Like we talk to each other every single day, all day long. Like we all have a bond. You need to think in this call, who needs an accountability partner? It doesn't have to be your sponsor. It doesn't have to be somebody on your team. It could be somebody on my team. I know a lot of people on my team need accountability partners. Kelly's team and Stacey's team. All three of our teams love each other, and it's a bond that you make. So when we do like functions and stuff like that together, you have somebody to look forward to meeting and seeing each other. Because Kelly didn't know me that much when we all went to Canada. Stacey and I went to Canada not knowing Kelly really. We knew she was on our team, like underneath us or like together, but we didn't know. So when you in the group chat, comment down if you guys need an accountability partner because it's a great thing to have. So we're all excited for this catalog. I know you guys have to be too. In the comments, let's see some hands because this new catalog is legit fire. And what you could do with this new catalog is you can restart your business, right? So we were all up on the high of like, great month, great last year was super great. And now everyone's like in January, kind of, and now February is a new catalog month. Restart your business. Get ready because this catalog is going to take you off to whole new levels if you have a positive mindset. Get out of the negative. Thinking negative, you'll have negative results, right? We don't want that. We want you guys to be super pumped up and super excited. Not booking parties, that's okay. Start pushing for PRV. It's going to help you guys stay consistent. Consistency is key. So the new catalog, right? You shared it on social media. Not really many people engage. That's okay. When you don't have that much engagement on social media, people are still watching you, still consistently show up. And when you're posting on social media, I know Kelly or Stacey does this and Kelly, and I also do it. Stacey always posts something at least once or twice a week about something totally not Scentsy related, something totally random that she thinks about. And she's getting her customers to engage with her, like other people on Facebook to engage with her. That's how she's building her customer base. And Facebook's seeing, oh, she's posting. It's not just Scentsy stuff and it's not blocking out the algorithm of social media. Okay. So think of something new of that what you're doing, whether it's you're going to the park with your kids, whether you have a Pepsi or Coke, a poll, something engaging with social media because people are going to see it. Okay. I have a whole little list of notes. Show up for yourself, guys. Nobody's gonna push you to work your business. This new catalog, Scentsy gives us the tools to be successful. They don't have to give us LTO products. They do it because they're super excited for their consultants and they're super excited for you guys to go out, meet new customers, sell it, sell the product, share the product. Instead of thinking about sell, share. Sharing the products is what's going to get you that 2,500 PRV every month. Sharing the products is what's going to get you a new recruit on your team because you're sharing your personality. Like, I want to know in the comments how people know you. One thing that people know about you that you are like totally obsessed with. Like, all my people who know me know I love Disney. Like, they know I'm a Disney fanatic. So you want something that you can relate to in life. Like, this person's like, hey, I know this chick loves Scentsy and I know she loves Disney. I'm going to buy from her because I'm supporting something for her. You know what I mean? Your customers are going to support you, whether there's 10 million consultants in your area or there's one. They're going to support you because they choose you to support you as a consultant, right? I know it probably sounds like I'm yelling. It just gets super pumped up and excited. My team knows that these calls like literally give me fire. It helps us as your guys' directors and star directors to know what you guys need for us to build, because we're learning from you guys. It's not just about who's higher up than you, because we all start at zero. So we all are learning from someone new. Like we learn new ideas all the time. So then stop comparing your journey. Your journey is totally different than her journey or his journey. Your journeys are not the same. You both all started at different seasons in your life. Own it. Own your journey. Because if you don't own it, you're going to compare in that comparison train, you're going to derail and you're going to drop off in your business because you're going to be so worried about what this person's doing and that person's doing. Stop. Make 2021 your year to be successful, not their year. It's not up to them. It's up to you. So stop comparing journeys. It's very hard. We all do it at all different levels. Don't do it. I promise you it's not worth it, because you will get caught up in this little funky thing that ain't nobody got time for, because you got time to work your business and reach those personal goals you want to reach for your family or just yourself. So change your perspective. Changing your perspective, you're going to have positive results. We all were in funks in January. I will put it out there. Every single one of us, and maybe some of you guys weren't. Maybe it was your best months ever. We all were there. We get it. But don't live for yesterday. Live for today and the future. Because when you think about that, you're thinking about, holy moly, like I got 500 PRV in today, and I didn't think I could do that. I didn't do that in January. January and February, 2 totally different months. Don't do that to yourself. Yeah. The last catalog season does not compare to this catalog season. So you may think that your favorite products are gone. There's new favorite products. Those 10-cent bars, guys, legit amazing. Amazing. The keys things to hyping up your catalog season. If you guys did not get the new season sales kits, have a party right now and shoot for the end of the week and get those 10 bars with your host rewards. I've done it before many times. I lost out on sales kits. I know the other 2 directors on here have lost out on sales kits because they just sell out. It happens. Scentsy is that popular. It happens. So what you do is use your resources to not spend money out of pocket and get them with your host rewards, because then you can sample them. The stickers, they may be sold out too. That's fine. So what you can do is get different stickers or make your own with the crinkle cutter and just cut it up and send it out. By the time in Florida, sometimes your customers get them and they're already melted. It's like a sticker. Do better in your soul. Take time for you. Take time for you, because it says my internet is unstable. Take time for you, because if you take the time for you, you're not going to have the burnout. You need to take time at least 1 or 2 days a week for you and your family. You cannot run a business 24/7. McDonald's runs 24/7, but they have shift changes.
McDonald's does not run 24/7, girl.
Like, okay, Target's not open 24/7. I know, I live at Target, literally. They're not open 24/7, okay? So they're not running around. Even if people have different shifts, like you're not a 24/7 consultant. You need to have business hours. Make 2021 your business hour time. Because if not, you're literally going to be like, oh, this sucks. Just another order. No, every order is exciting. Every order is like kid on Christmas. Like, I know I'm like that. Every new teenie is a kid on Christmas to me, because it's like you're bettering someone's life, or you're bettering someone's life with fragrance. Okay? You smell good.
I'm gonna cut you in for a second. I also think that it's important to not feel like you have to do a million things in your business every day, because you don't. And I can say that because I've been doing this for almost 2.5 years now. And oh, somebody's talking. I gotta mute them. But I've been doing this almost 2.5 years, and I'll tell you, when I first started, I played the comparison game. I looked at people that had been doing Scentsy for 8 years, and I'm like, I got to do everything they're doing, and I ran myself ragged. Was it important to learn what they were doing to be successful? Yes, but I didn't have to do it all at once. I didn't have to I didn't have to do a million things every day to be successful. And once I learned that and I started implementing and being very intentional with my time, my business started running like a well-oiled machine, which is eventually what you want your business to be. You know, we always talk about the three legs of success, which is, you know, PRV, sponsoring, coaching, and then the top is self-care. That's how it is for me. All those stools, I don't believe that they'll always be balanced. I know some people will say to balance them, y'all, that's life. Life is never balanced. I don't care what people say. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. Your life is just always going to be your life, right? But it's important as long as you're doing something from that category each day, consistently over and over. You know, whether you do every Monday, you try to book one party, or every Tuesday, you know, is when you do your mail outs, or, you know, an email to your team or an email to your customers. Just doing those things consistently over and over will eventually give you the results that you want to see. But at first I felt like I had to do a million things. You know, I need this cute flyer. I need this cute sample. Y'all, I don't care what my samples look like. I'm not even gonna lie. As long as it gets there, as long as they can use it, they can smell it. That's all they need to do, right? I just want them to smell it, try it, love it, buy it, right? So definitely don't feel like you have to have it all together, because it's gonna burn you out. You're gonna want to quit. You're gonna want to walk away. You're gonna be like, "These people are crazy." But if you start focusing on simple tasks, each day, and doing it when you can, whether it's, you know, 5 minutes of your lunch break or 10 minutes on the way to work. You know, a lot of times I watch training videos on my way to work. I cut the video on, I put it in my cup holder. I don't have to watch it. I'm just listening to them talk. But those are the things I do. I'm not saying that you're not going to have to sacrifice time sometimes, because, you know, that's just part of being a business owner, especially if you work full time, like, you know, me, Kayla, and Kelly do. You know, we still work full time jobs, and we still have families and kids to raise. So, you know, we just have to, we have to find time. You know, right now I had to find time to make this call. So, you know, I'm not saying that you won't ever have to do that, but you won't have to do it as often if you're being very intentional. Okay, back at you.
Stop trying to do what everybody else is doing. Do what works for you. Like the same thing. Like I crinkle cut my samples. I bulk sample one time out of the entire catalog, because I'm not wasting time on samples if they're not income producing things. Don't waste your time. You need to be booking parties or getting PRV, because sometimes booking parties is not just solely getting PRV. Sometimes your party flops. Getting PRV to cover. That is a big thing. And some of you guys may be like, well, I can't, I've tried. Stop trying on social media. Social media is not your solely outlet for your business. Because if Facebook was gone tomorrow, my customers would still know I'm a Scentsy fanatic and Scentsy consultant. They'll know because I send emails. My customers, and some of you guys are on my team, you probably get 5 million emails. I send 1 email a week. If something new's coming out, my customers know that day, and that's the day I send out the email, and I post on social media, because they know, like, hey, you know, the octopus buddy's coming out, or hey, you know, that, I don't know, that cat looking thing. I forgot what it's called, mountain lion thing. I don't remember. That thing came out. I didn't even order it. I usually order everybody. So those, the Norwal, like those things, they're not going to know, like, hey, that came out if social media was gone tomorrow. So stop trying to rely. And I know it's easier said than done, but guys, I've been a consultant for almost 2.5 years now too. I think 3 years. I think, I don't know. I joined in September. So Stacy joined in July and I joined in September. And I think Kelly joined around the same time as us. So we've been seasoned consultants. We understand that you guys right now are slowly running off, and maybe social media is a hot ticket for y'all. Like it's a hot ticket right now, but it will die down. So you need to solely rely on email for your customers or other outlets for your customers. And I know it's not easy, but it will get easy. So when you're consistent, and burnout is real. Every single one of us has burnout. I know y'all have burnout, and some of y'all ain't even gonna admit it, but I know you have burnout because we have burnout. I had so much burnout. Even the new catalog release, I'm like, all right, I got my PRV, and now I'm burned out. Like the simplest things, but stop trying to do what everyone's doing, because that's how you're gonna get burned out. You're comparing yourself. You're unique. Unique. It's in there. Be unique. Be yourself. All right. All right, Stacy, Kelly.
I will let Kelly go. Where's Kelly? I wish I knew how to make y'all bigger. Like, I don't know how to make y'all bigger.
You should be able to go on a view thing for
Your business.
speaker.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so hey, I'm Kelly. I wanted to talk about treating this new catalog like you just joined. So like all of them have said, a lot of us had burnout December. We had burnout in January. It's kind of blah. We just were around, but we have a brand new catalog. So take the hype that you had on that day you clicked the join button and use it with this new catalog. Act like you're a brand new consultant, but the benefits is that you know what you're doing a little bit more now. You know how to do the sampling. You know how to book parties. You know more what you're talking about. You're more confident. So relight that fire and treat this new catalog like it's a brand new business, like it's the first day that you join, so that you can get that hype again, get that excitement. When you first joined Scentsy, I'm sure you were telling everybody, you were asking people to try stuff, ask them to try the new products, ask them, have they seen the catalog, send them the stuff in the mails, but just relight that fire that you had when you first joined. Another thing that I know that I feel like I kind of made a mistake with is I didn't really push Scentsy Club until this last month in January when everything was leaving. But I feel like I should have pushed Scentsy Club more when we had the summer catalog last time. For instance, I had a girl that loves Bonfire Beach. I didn't push Scentsy Club back in July. She could have been getting Bonfire Beach every single month, and I could have got PRV every single month, but now I've been waiting on this PRV from her until February because Bonfire Beach is back. Yes, she placed a $70 order yesterday. I talked to her about Scentsy Club. She's going to sign up now, but I missed out on that PRV all month or all 5 months ago because I never pushed Scentsy Club until I feel like the end of the catalog when everybody's trying to add their favorites before catalog switch. Start pushing Scentsy Club now. Start letting Scentsy people know if they have one they're absolutely obsessed with or they order from you multiple times. Let them know, hey, let's add you to Scentsy Club right now. Let's get this set up so we don't have to worry about it going on back order. Y'all know stuff has gone on back order for like the last year. Since last March, we've had things that will sell out or go on back order. Get them to add it to their club. Get them to sign up and have a club subscription. I don't know how many of you watched World Tour, went to World Tour, but it really hit home with me when they said you need to be your best customer. If you are not using the products daily and letting people know that you use them daily, how are they going to trust you that this is something they should buy? If you're not using it and you're not supporting it or supporting yourself, then why should a stranger or why should somebody else buy from you? So making sure you're your best customer, whether it's a Scentsy Club subscription, whether you're just buying the stuff or using Host Rewards. Again, Orville always says, don't spend family money on Scentsy, spend Scentsy money on Scentsy. Excuse me. But either way, whether you host your own party and use rewards or you use your paycheck, you should be buying these new products to show to people, to sample to people, and just to get out there so that people know your excitement about it and your love and that you stand behind what you're selling. You're not just selling stuff to sell it so you can make money or earn a trip. So just about all I got right now.
Yeah, I was the same as Kelly. I didn't push Scentsy Club for the past, like when it first came out, because for one, I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't educate myself on it. I was like, what? I'll figure that out later. And then the whole time I could have been pushing that. And I think about all the seasons I've missed out on so far of getting that. I have a 6-pack of wax on mine. Well, not 6-pack because we can't bundle, but I have 6 scents up there, and I always do either like the cotton clean ups or something like that, just so that when it comes in, I can show it in my stories. And that's kind of one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, is like Scentsy is also, if you're in it, not just a hobby, if you're really in it to make a business, to grow an income, Scentsy is going to become a lifestyle. It's not going to be a choice. It's not going to be this month, next 4 months. It's going to be something that you're going to become consistent at. It's going to be something that you're going to make small mini habits. I know I shared a training that Katie did today, our SSD, about mini habits. And I shared that with a lot of people on my leadership group. But I can share that too with you guys, or Kayla and Kelly can share it with you. but many habits. When you get in the habit of doing something small and you do it frequently over a course of time, it becomes second nature. It's just something that your brain gets designed to do. I actually read a study that it takes about 3 months of doing something consistency for it to actually become something that you do consistently. And I know that that's probably a word that a lot of people get tired of hearing, or you just feel like maybe it's just something. But when Scentsy becomes a lifestyle, and what I mean by that, it's not just sharing a product. It's not saying, oh, look, we have a new pod. It's sharing how that scent brings you back to a memory. The other day, I had a friend, she shared how Clothesline took her back to her grandparents' house when they would wash their clothes and hang it on the line, and they'd be outside playing. It's sharing how the product that you have connects with you. And it's also, showing how Scentsy incorporates in your life. I use my stories religiously. I don't try to post about a bunch of different products every day, because I share more like about my life. I do a lot of interaction posts, like Kayla said, like random stuff, like who likes what spaghetti sauce, like Prego, or there ain't no other kind besides Prego, or the other one, or like just like random stuff. Like today I did a post about who misses Texas rolls, because we don't got a Texas in my town anymore, and I'm pretty salty because I miss bread. But just doing stuff like that, it keeps people commenting and engaging with me on my post. And it sounds silly, and it sounds like my mom will call me sometimes and she's like, why do you need to know that? I'm like, Mama, stay over there. I'm working. But I also use my stories a lot. That's where I share my products. Like when I'm cleaning up after dinner, when I'm doing laundry, when I have company coming over and I don't feel like cleaning, so I spray Scentsy Fresh everywhere. Doing those products religiously and showing people how it works with my life, it shows them that I believe in the product. I'm not just saying, hey, look, this pod is great, buy it. I'm not just getting an order. I'm like, your girl has this pod sent in all of her walk-ins. Because it's good. It's good. They see me changing out my pods. Another thing is like, Katie, I don't know, I'm sure you all know her. There's something that she does every Saturday morning. She changes her wax. She shows everybody how she picked out her scents. She puts it on a plate and she organizes it real cool, whatever. But that's what she does. And she does it consistently every Saturday. Like when I get up Saturday morning and I check my Instagram, like if she hasn't posted she's changed her wax, I'm like, what is homegirl doing? Like, I need to know. People pay attention to that stuff. Don't feel like that you have to be someone else. You can show something in your house and your house be a wreck. I'll be refilling my diffuser with water all the time. There's dirty clothes all over the floor. The fan's right there because, I'm just me. So when you're using your stuff, even though you may not get interaction, people see it. And I can say that because when I post nonsensey stuff, I get like shabam comments. People want to know what kind of spaghetti sauce I use, and it doesn't really matter, but it tells me that they see my other things. So like, don't be afraid to be you. People can tell when you've copied and pasted something that someone else has posted. I tell my team a lot of times, you can use things that I post, but try to make it different. A lot of times I'll take my own pictures or I make my own flyers. And if I don't have the product, I'll go to Pinterest and I'll find other pictures, because I feel like those things do better than just a flyer. It gets my attention better when I see other people promoting things or whatever. Like if they have a real life product, it makes me more intrigued, if that makes any sense at all.
I don't mean to interrupt, but one thing that Stacy does that I didn't really think of, and I've started to do it, is if somebody orders a new warmer from Stacy and the order gets shipped to her house, she will unbox it and show it to people. So you don't have to buy every single warmer we have. You just need to show it to people. So I think that's a really good idea. And that's something I've started doing when I get people's orders in. I will go ahead and put it on my story or do a live real quick just to show people what it looks like in real life person. And they have no idea that that's not really my warmer. They have no idea it's a customer's.
That's true. I also do that in my VIP group. If someone orders and it ships directly to their house, or even if it's local to me and they get it, I ask them to snap a picture of it and post it in my VIP page so that other people can see what that picture, what that warmer or that product looks like in real life. Because, you know, there are several times that people will see something in a picture and they're like, you know, this doesn't look the same, or, you know, they love it more in person. So that's just something that I try to do to get, for one, it gets my customers engaging, but it also, they're helping promote me and they don't even know it. So
You have to be like, it's just like you have to, don't just think about selling it, incorporate it in your life of how you were like, how you share memes, I guess, compared to how you put Scentsy into your life. Because everybody's going to share a meme, right? But you want people to look at what you have in your life and be like, well, she's not just selling it, it's what she uses every day. Like they know that I have a mini fan of pods in my car because I posted it and I said Bonfire Beach is back and this is God's scent. Like this is the scent that God made, like, and blessed us with it. Like they want to know these things, and it's not salesy posts. Stop posting pictures from the workstation. Nobody wants to pay attention to workstation pictures, guys, because every other consultant has posted it. When something new comes out, like this new catalog, there's not many pictures, right? We all haven't gotten our stuff yet to take personal pictures, but there's other consultants in other regions who already have it. So it's kind of on Pinterest. Or you could take a flower that we already have and post like the 6 scents that it comes in and post what your favorite scent is. So think of different ways and new ways. I have to bring it back to Stacey because this chick takes a picture while she's in the shower of her legs shaven with the Scentsy scrub and probably sold like 6 Scentsy scrubs that night.
y'all know it's winter time. I ain't shaving these legs for nothing. They're gonna document it.
But like, do stuff like I'm not saying take pictures in the shower. I'm just saying like put it in your life. Like have your kids. People want to see that it's a family business or something like that. They don't want to just see your face plastered and everything. I know she has her kid. Kelly uses Landon to help. I use my nephew, who's not even my kid, to help me. Like, and he loves it. He loves to help. He tells me in my lives that everything smells like poopy. And all my customers text me like, oh, I want that scent that smells like poopy. Like, they love seeing our interactions. They want to see you behind the product. They don't want to see the product. They buy from you, and that's where it comes back to you guys. You guys, they love you. They buy because it's you. You can have 5 consultants in the area, and they're going to pick you because of how they relate to you. So that's what you got to think of when you're selling. Don't just sell a product. Fall in love with the product. Go live. So after this call, tomorrow, and I know every single one of your directors on here have done this with you guys, and I've done this with my team. Go live with your favorite, not go live, post your favorite products with a picture of you or your kids with the product of how you use it. Maybe you use these.
Oh, you're breaking
Your
up.
husband decided to just move on the counter. Use these things to help your business because I'm telling you guys, you will get burned out and it will happen. But when we say consistency, post if one person watches you, it's worth the post. You know, if one person buys, there's a lot of times where I'll get random people to buy from me. And I mean, their sister was a consultant and they never bought. But when I posted about in my story, my Instagram story, and I'm like, hey, I absolutely love this wax bar and it's leaving. And they order 6 bars of wax because I shared it. You never know when someone's going to buy. You never know when someone's going to have the money, just like you didn't know when you were going to have the money to join, right? Or if somebody offered you an opportunity. So you never know someone else's situation. So don't even compare your journeys because you never know when they could get their stimulus check. Some of them are coming out February 3rd now. They could get their stimulus check, go on a shopping spree. And they choose you as their consultant to shop with. And they said, oh, well, this person hasn't seen my poster. Oh, they just liked it. No, every like maybe not happening, but everybody views stuff. They have to scroll right past your posts unless they mute you. But, you know, that's fine. I've been muted many times. I think my husband muted me too, but it's fine.
Another thing that you could do is you have that bar report or the sales report on your workstation. And every catalog, I will go back and search previous scents that we've had. For instance, this catalog, Strawberry Swirl was a scent of the month I think last February, and it sold out really quick, and it's in the new catalog. So I went back to that report, and everybody that had ordered it, I texted and I was like, girl, your scent is back, and I know you need to stock up.
It's like the strawberry rose.
Oh yeah, rose. See, I don't even know. That's terrible. I didn't like it, but hey, whatever. Another thing I do is when I have a book that I keep my customers in, and if a customer ever tells me like they are obsessed with the scent, you know, they really like Luna. Kathy's right there because she's in my face. Honeymoon Hideaway was her favorite in the laundry. I still have that wrote down. She's not a customer of mine anymore. She's a teammate, but I still have that. Like legit, you know, so when these scents come back, or if it goes away and it comes back in a different catalog, which will happen a lot of times, I can go back and say, hey, you know what, Kathy, your Honeymoon Highway's coming back. Bring back my bars this summer. Prepping them. I'm already knowing ahead of the time. These things that are small, like it may seem so simple right then, just writing down that, you know, she liked Honeymoon Hideaway, but 6 months later when it comes back out and she's gone 6 months without it and she's desperate for more, your girl is going to have her taken care of. She's going to know before it even comes out. And to her, that shows her that I really do appreciate her, and I really do know what she likes, because that small gesture, she doesn't know that I wrote it down, you know, because my mom brain and my squirrel brain and whatever brain I got that day. But your customer's going to feel appreciated and valued.
Yeah, the smallest things your customer will remember. They will know what you did for them. I could send like 5 things to them, and I send one thing that brings back a memory, like the gummy bears or sweet tarts for Valentine's Day. And they're going to know, like, hey, she takes care of me. Every time I deliver a local order or do Happy Meal, when I do my follow-ups, my customers thank me for the Happy Meal I sent them. Even if I send them just some tiny little scratch off thing, they still thank me because they value of a consultant we are. We're not saying go buy like 5 million things. I'm saying write them a little handwritten. I write every order I get. I write a handwritten thank you on the back of my thank you card. You know why? Because I'm thanking them for choosing me as their Scentsy girl. They could choose 5 other consultants in the area, but they choose me because I value them. I personally write a handwritten thank you, and they thank me every time. I did a fundraiser. I had no idea who these people were for my fundraiser. I followed up with every single one of them on Amy, which we're going to talk about systems tonight. I know you guys are all probably overran with systems, but you guys, the burnout is real if you don't have a system, and it doesn't have to be the system Kelly uses. It doesn't have to be the system Stacey uses or me. Make your own system. I work on the label system every single week. Monday through Friday, I work on one thing that I'm going to work on my business. So one day is going to be sponsoring. If that's how you can incorporate it while sitting on the toilet or wiping your kid's butt, like that's how you're going to work your business. That's how you're going to work your business. Like I can't even sit in the bathroom for peace and quiet for 2 minutes. Like I literally am on my phone as soon as I get home from work. And I'm like, okay, before I work out, I'm going to do like 5 follow-ups on Amy. Amy's life. It's worth the investment because you're not going to remember if Susie Joe ordered 2 weeks ago and now, I got to follow up with Susie Joe. You ain't going to remember that. Your mom brain, squirrel brain, like all over brain. So
I wasn't that great at follow-ups when I first started, like legit. I would just think that my customers liked it if I didn't hear from them. And then I learned, I would follow up with them, months later, they would order something else and we'd be talking about it. They're like, oh yeah, I hated that. And I'm like, I would feel terrible, but it was a part of the process of learning. I mean, everybody starts at ground zero and learns.
Or they don't get their order and they tell you 6 months later they didn't get their order. And I'm like, you didn't get your order? She's like, no, I didn't get my order. I said, what? And she didn't get her order because it was shipped to a wrong address. So you have to follow up because when you follow up, they see that. I am bad at follow-ups. I will admit I have 65 follow-ups right now on Amy and I did it 2 weeks ago. I hate follow-ups because I feel super awkward doing it. But you know what? I do it and I do it well because I know my customers love it and I need to be a good consultant, even though I am lazy at that. Like that's something I work on, but that's okay too. So you guys gotta have a system, got to have a system because if not, squirrel brain, mom brain, wife brain, girlfriend brain, all kinds of stuff comes into effect. And then you're not gonna remember to follow up. So that customer 6 months later that they didn't get their order, you're not gonna know unless you follow up with them or if they hate the smell, that's okay. I'll send you a bar on me. Like, I'll send you what I have on hand. So make it up because I want them to like it. So, all right, Juan, you open it up for questions. Stacey? We're doing fine, huh?
Yes.
30 minutes. How are you guys liking these calls? Like, how do you like this call? You guys like it? Pump fire feedback?
I know a lot of people like sometimes dread calls or like they feel like, I don't know, like you're gonna be called out. But I will tell y'all, anytime that I'm in a funk and I go get on a training, for some reason it like relights my fire. It gives me, it just feels like a community.
I have straight goosebumps.
And I'm clearly
do
not
that.
afraid to be myself if I shave my legs on Instagram. So there's that. Hey, and I'm
afraid of
smacking
calling
the fruit roll up. So what is
What
your
they're saying too, anytime somebody, what?
Go.
I was just saying that anytime somebody asks me for a scent that we do not have, I mean, I write that down like Stacey writes down which ones they love or don't love. I keep a whole list of what people are asking for we don't have, so that as soon as I see it on Bring Back My Bar, I can tell them, like, I have a lady who's obsessed with oodles of orange and it's coming back with Bring Back My Bar. Well, when that was out and she was buying, we didn't have Scentsy Club. So as soon as it's available, she's going to buy a bunch and I'm going to get it added to Scentsy Club so that she can get it every single month. So I don't have to worry about her ever running out of it again. So I have a whole list in the back of my calendar of scents that I look for every time we do Bring Back My Bar and who wants it, so that I can hook back up with them, because I've only been doing it 2.5 years. And there's some people that will ask me for scents that are from like 5 years ago. My favorite scent, I don't think we've had in like maybe 4 years. I vote every time it gets to like number 33. We won't talk about how salty I am about that. But if it ever comes back, your girl's adding it to Scentsy Club.
Anybody else comment?
So we have like 20 minutes roughly, because we said we were going to cap it off. I would love for everyone to share one thing that they think they do very well in their business. Doesn't matter what it is, but it won't be so small, because I promise you someone else may not have ever heard of it.
Anybody want to go?
Hey y'all.
There's my girl.
One thing that I think that I do really well in my business is keeping up with or keeping my customers informed on what is going on in the Scentsy world. I am always going live on like my VIP page, just talking about stuff. And I try to do it in my stories, but that's a work in progress. But also, I just have to call out my teamie, Nikki. She ain't even been a consultant for a whole week, and she's on this call. So I'm super, super proud of her.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Been consultants for 3 years. Ain't even up here.
Yeah, literally. I can't even get half my team up here.
Right.
Is Kelsey Burgess still up here?
I think she is.
I can't see everybody.
I'm here.
Okay,
Yes.
I need you to share something about sharing the opportunity, because your girl has sponsored like 12 people in like 4 months, and she's a freaking rock star.
Host
It's
kids.
because she's teaching.
Host kids.
She is Teacher of the Year, my girl. Well, yeah.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yes, so
Thank you.
I'm forever posting about hosts join kits.
I use those a lot too. I love those.
What?
I said I use those a lot too. Anytime I have my own order going in, when I first started, like anytime I closed the order, I was so excited to get like all this free stuff for myself. But when I realized I wanted to grow a team, and I realized how Scentsy could how it blessed my life and how it could in return bless someone else's life, I would offer the kit, whether I could get it for them free or I could get it for $20. Half of my team is like that. Kathy, I gave her a free kit. She was like one of my very best customers, and she was like, I'm gonna pay to join. I'm like, oh, no. I got to return this favor to you and give this blessing back to you. And I just feel like Scentsy has been a huge blessing in my life, something that I never thought coming. To be honest, like I would laugh at people like me before, so joke's on me. Here I am. But you just never know who could truly use it. And it's not always about money, but like friendship. Abby Smith is up here. She's a very big mental health advocate like myself. So not that she really did Cincy for the money, but she's really enjoyed the community that we have as well. So never be afraid to share that, because we are going to start a new incentive. I'm pretty sure it starts March 1st. It's going to kind of be like Grow with the Flow. So if you were here last spring, it was kind of a little bit of sales and a little bit of sponsoring. And, you know, we got a luggage set, we got like gift cards, we got business supplies. So I would definitely, if you're interested in trying to earn that incentive or trying to grow a team, and don't even look at it as growing a team, look at it as sharing the blessing with other people, or how what you have to offer could help someone else. You know, someone that inspires you, someone that you seem like is a go-getter, someone who, you know, is just funny. I don't care. Start doing some training yourself on sponsoring this month, because Grow with the Flow comes, you're gonna wanna do it. It's gonna be fun times. I'm gonna be refreshing myself on some sponsoring things, because myself, if we're being honest, I've been in a sponsoring rut. So the last 3 people I've sponsored, like, won't even return my calls. But it's okay. It happens. So that's what I'm going to be doing this month, is refueling my fire to hit the incentive head on.
Work your business every single month like you're trying to earn an incentive. Because if you do that, you're going to earn the incentive, guys. Even if you are in level 1, you're earning an incentive. Like, I never thought I joined to get paid off my own addiction. I didn't join to build a team. I told Katie for like 3 months, I'm like, I'm not building a team. I don't want to be a mentor. I never looked at myself as a mentor. I was like, I can't even lead myself to do anything. How can I lead a team? And now I'm over here hopefully leading my team. I don't know.
Hopefully,
So, I think I am. But like, think of that. Like, think of the business of or how you can bless somebody's life. I don't need any more Scentsy products. I have enough. And if I want it, I buy it. Like, we have enough. Think of how you can change your kit with changing somebody else's life. And they'll go with it. If they're really a go-getter and they want it, like I know a lot of my frontline, I've given kits to them because I know you see a potential in somebody. Or they may not show up for 3 months and all of a sudden something in their life happens and they're like, all right, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to hit the ground running. But incentives literally help you work harder. But if you work your business every single month like it's an incentive, you won't ever have to worry about earning an incentive. Honestly, you will get there. You will get right there.
is anyone up here that wants to sponsor but has never sponsored? Anyone? It's okay if you don't. I'm just curious. Michelle, did you raise your hand? I saw you, girl.
Yes.
Okay. So, moment of truth, be honest. What scares you about sponsoring? Is it just talking to people, or is it the opportunity itself?
I think right now I'm just more focused on trying to get the PRV first, because I know that as far as like it benefiting me, if I don't have the PRV, then I'm not gonna be able to like get paid at title. Like I have like 5 sponsors, but if I don't have the PRV, then it's really like not worth it, but it's not really beneficial.
All right. So you're jumping from step 1 of sponsoring to stressing about getting paid at title. While paid at title, trust me, I push everyone to want to be paid at title, because for one, if you're not paid at title, yes, you are leaving money on the table. But if you're letting the fear of being paid at title stop you from even trying, you're never going to be paid at title, because you're never going to try. Or you're never going to cross over that boundary, I guess. Every month, you're going to have to work to get sales. Every month, we all start at 0. I think of it as working for my PRV with my team. Granted, I'm a numbers person, and I like to have my PRV taken care of by a certain date of the month. But I didn't do that at first. But once I started building a team and our team grew dramatically, I started trying to take care of my PRV early in the month so that I could spend the rest of the month coaching my team to make sure they had their PRV and their goals. Because it doesn't matter when you get your PRV in the month. I don't recommend waiting until the very last day, but you have a whole month to get it, whether you get it on the first or you get it on the very last day of the month. So don't let that scare you. I know a lot of people are scared to sponsor because they feel like they have to know everything about Scentsy to be able to coach someone. Y'all can ask Kelsey Burgess. She was one of the very first people I sponsored. I am not the sponsor I was when Kelsey started as a sponsor I am today. We learned together. I don't have anybody in the weight room, Kayla.
And to be honest with you, I feel like we've all been there too. In the beginning, we were all scared to ask people because, to be honest, most of my team are my best customers. Like, they all started out, most of them as a customer, as some of them aren't, but majority of my frontline were at one point my customer or my best customer. And I know all three of us have had people join that were our best customers, and it made us a little nervous because we're like, oh my God, where are we going to get our PRV from now? Because our best customer or the person that had the biggest party, you know, she wants to join now. What the heck? How am I going to find more PRV? But that only hurt me, or it hurt them in the long run, because one, if I would have asked these people sooner, I would have gotten director sooner, or I would have got the higher GWV sooner, because I still found the PRV. Not everybody is going to want to sell. Not everybody's going to want to join. You're still going to find plenty of people to buy from you and not join. But don't say no for people just because you're scared that you're not going to be able to get PRV without them as a customer, because you're still benefiting with them being on your teams. They're still part of you.
So you got bomb PRV all the time. You need a sponsor. I'm gonna call you out. This month we're working on sponsoring because I know you can do it. Well,
Thank you.
Sometimes too, we get overwhelmed. I can say this, like, I have sponsored some of my best customers, and for a hot minute I was worried. Kathy, sorry to pull you out, but you're like dead center of my screen. So Kathy was one of my very best customers from the beginning of my journey. I mean, like, every catalog, we already had a party book. Like, that's just how she was. Like, she was an excellent host. Every time I'd be like, girl, just join, and she wouldn't do it. But I can't lie, the moment that she told me that she was ready to do it, my heart sank a little bit, because I just knew I was going to lose her as a customer and all the people that she had brought to me to support me. But in the same breath, I knew how big of a blessing Scentsy could be for Kathy. I knew what Scentsy could do for her family. She is family, so I know her a little bit more than that. But she's always worked her butt off to support for her family. Her husband does the same, and I just knew that if I could help her build the confidence in herself that I had in her, that she would hit the ground running. And she hasn't had under 2,000 PRV in a single month since the girl joined. So sometimes you just have to pull out that confidence in people. And, I try to look at it. May be a loss for me at the moment, but I'm going to rebuild my customer base. We're constantly rebuilding our customer base. I have a front line of over 50, and I can tell you at least 40 of them were some of my top customers. And now I just look at how it has blessed their life, and seeing them do things that they never thought they could do. That is the most rewarding part of Scentsy to me. It's not the paycheck. It's not earning incentives. It's seeing people do things that they don't. I don't know if Krista's still up here, but Krista is one of my favorites of her story, because in a time where she just never thought Scentsy would be what it is for her, has been the backbone for her for the past year. And she's overcome a lot of hurdles that a lot of people haven't gone through or haven't seen because they don't see that side. But if it hadn't been for Scentsy, I don't know what she would have done to be seen. So you just never know what Scentsy could do for someone, if that makes sense.
let me tell you somebody. She's on here too. I'm gonna use her. I always use her. Kristen on my team. She was one of my best friends that I met, like working at a bar, and she was selling books before she started to do Scentsy, and she was one of my customers, and she had a failed Facebook party with me, and I was like, it's okay, no problem. She came to me one night and she's like, I think I want to join Scentsy. I was like, really? Because I've only been trying to get you to join for like the past year. This business has changed her life, guys. You don't think that it's going to change somebody's life when you offer it to them. You never know what's going to happen with it. It changed mine. I know it's changed Stacy's. I know it changed Kelly's. And you just never know what someone's going to do with it. And this girl has literally promoted grown a team in less than, she just had her 1 year since the anniversary. You guys just don't know the person's season in their life and how it's going to benefit them or bless them. And that's what we have to remember when we're offering. It's not just another teaming, it's how it's gonna bless them. And if maybe it's just for them to join to make money off their own kids, that's okay. You give up the PRV for it. Or maybe they will totally turn this into a full-time job where they can have their own money and support their family, and they can live a life that they don't want a vacation from or that they want to live. They don't have to ask for vacation time or anything like that you want. So you just never know. So offering the opportunity is key over PRV. And that took me a really long time to realize because I was a high PRV year. I love my PRV. Stacey and I have competition all the time because we're very competitive people. Towards each other. She'll say no, don't let her deny. She's very competitive with me. But that's good because she keeps me in line and I keep her in line.
I like to write down my PRV for the year before and see if I can beat it every month.
Yeah, have a
Sometimes it
competition.
scares the bejeebies out of me, but like, hey, it is what it is. But sponsoring also isn't for everyone. So please don't feel like you have to sponsor. Back to Kelsey Burgess, who I told you sponsored 12 people in the past 3 months. When she first joined, she did not want to sponsor. She's like, that's not me. I just want to sell it and make some extra money for boards, whatever that may be. She kept trucking along. She's almost 2 years in now. And she literally went from certified to superstar consultant in a matter of like 3 months because something in her life changed, something she wanted more. So you just never know. Like if sponsoring is not for you and you don't want to do that, that's fine, girl. Rock your own personal business. But I do encourage you to set goals within your business. Some things I do with mine is my lifetime PRV. I'm always setting smaller goals to make a bigger one. For instance, like today I hit a goal. Well, yesterday I hit my 100,000 lifetime PRV. But I only did that because every month prior to that, I would say, all right, I need to do 2,000 this month to get me a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And then, today I met my goal. So I'll set a new goal, and doing stuff like that, small things in your business will eventually give you bigger things in your business.
You guys like this call? Like, how is the feedback really quick? Because I know we're going to be getting off. So the next call we'll probably do is we'll probably pull people from our teams to talk about different areas that they're strong in. So you guys get some new people talking. How do you guys like it? Comments, concerns, questions. Do we have any questions? I love this. I like doing our joint calls. It makes fire lit.
I love how our calls like mixed though. It's very different, and it's nice to see like other people's different methods and their ways of doing things and other ideas too. Some people have really good ideas in the comments.
Well, a lot of people lead differently. I feel like between me, Kelly, and Kayla, Kayla's the stern one. Kayla is the stern leader. She's like, this is what you got to do if you want to do it. Me, I'm like, if that's what you want to do, girl, you go do it. I'm here for you. I will coach you how to do it, but it's on you. It's just everybody has different learning styles. Everybody works their business completely different. So that's why I really like this, so that we could all come together and just, talk about whatever it is. We do have a few minutes left. So if anybody has any questions or is struggling with anything, I'm going to open it up and just see if anybody does before we get off. Let me stop recording. Should I stop recording for the
Yeah.
current service?